record this computer. Okay. Hi, everybody. Hey, Team TCB. Yay, everybody. Yay. We're so excited, and I can't wait to introduce our guest leader that is going to be doing the recognition. She is Sarah Zalecki. There's Tony.
We'll pop back and forth.
Yay! Tony's there. Yay! So we're so excited that they're here tonight, and they are also going to do just a little bit of training and speak directly to this group. So without further ado, Tony and Sarah Zalecki, take it away. We're honored you're here. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, hi, everybody. When Dina had asked if Tony and I would jump on, we were like so excited. I'm like, yes. And she was like, really? And I'm like, what do you mean, really? Of course. What are you talking about? Like, we've been dying to get into the mafia. I mean, come on. We've been feeling left out for a while now. We're like, what about us? What are we, chopped liver? So I am so excited to be on this Zoom. And I know a lot of you guys are, it's nighttime. So if you guys are moms or even dads that are around, like, I get it. We're juggling a bunch of stuff. So I just want to say thank you for being on tonight. And thank you for your tireless work to really making your dreams happen over here at Modere. And I know that sometimes it feels like, gosh, is it ever going to happen? Or, it takes a lot, right? I mean, dreams are not an easy thing. And so we just really want to congratulate you guys on just having an incredible February. It's just so cool because when Dina had asked me a little bit about it, I'm like, well, Dina, what can I share that the team, what do they need? Like, what do they need from us? Like, what can we, breathe life into them about? And she had mentioned that you guys are, wrapping up. I think this is the final month for the 90-day run. Is that correct? Yeah, so which we're excited about. So because I'll kind of give you guys a little bit of our story. I don't want to bore you with it. But so a lot of you guys know who Eric Worre is from Network Marketing Pro. He's actually my cousin. And so he's been training on the 90-day run for a long time. So a lot of us that have been in the profession, when we talk about a 90-day run, we're like, yeah, we understand the structure, the meaning behind it, how it works. And a lot of times people will ask us, they're like, so have you guys ever done the 90-day run? Do you understand how does that work or whatever? And we giggle, guys, because what Eric talks about on the audios or in the book or what have you, we were the guinea pig. That was us. So Tony and I were the guinea pigs for the 90-day run. So we know the ins and outs, everything that happened, how it works, what happened, the results, the whole thing. So Dina, doesn't even know. I look at her face. It's hilarious. She's like, her jaws are, she's like, oh, what the heck have you guys been holding on to me for, right? So I'm excited to talk to you guys about the last, 90 days, the last, kind of the third quarter of the 90 days and kind of what to be doing, because we want to share with you guys what we did and all that good stuff. So so that's a little bit about kind of our backstory. And so we definitely we're excited because I asked Dina, how did February end up? How did everybody do? And she literally gave me a running list of everybody that's just you guys are doing some great things. Talk about breakthrough moments, having, just doing some great things that, you've got to pat yourself on the back, because I think for a lot of people, they're not willing to do those things. And I just have to say congratulations, because some of those things that you guys have done, even as simple as a Facebook Live, guys, that is a big deal, because majority of people, they're just not willing to maybe look silly before they get good at it, right? And you guys are like, screw it, we don't care if we look silly. We're going to figure this out and we're going to get good at it. So I just commend you guys for just taking that step forward, just to say, hey, we're going to get scrappy and we're going to figure out how do we do this? And I think, that's something that really separates, just uber successful people in our profession from people that aren't, is they're just willing to kind of just let me just do this until I figure it out, until, right? And just kind of learning how to be creative and kind of, just kind of having to go back and figure it out and just find another way. And, Tony and I think one of the key things that we just really focus on over the years is just how do we figure out how to get good at different things in our business? And we just were willing to do what we needed to do, right? Without sacrificing our family or our kids. But I'm just saying, like, learning how to go over, go under, go around, go through, like, whatever the way we got to do, right, till we can figure it out. And so I'm excited about the 90-day run for you guys. And, I think that, for myself, I think about, I've been so blessed. I've been in this profession for 20 years. I was 21 years old when I was introduced. I'd been with just 3 companies. Modera is my third. And for me, I really went through the school of hard knocks in this business. And if you guys are on the Zoom today and you're like, man, I've been really trying to push for the 90-day run. I haven't seen the results that I wanted. Like, is this really this 90-day run really going to help me launch my business? And, the one thing that I can share with you guys is that, I think for myself, it's just been such an amazing just evolution and kind of like butterfly effect. I know it sounds really corny, but like the butterfly effect of me just growing into my skin, really showing up, learning how to show up as the best version of myself and just really working hard on myself. Like I'm talking crazy, like total transformation. Like my goal literally every month is to reinvent myself in a good way where it's like, I'm just so much better than I was the month before. And, I look back at, it's funny because right before I jumped on the Zoom, one of my girlfriends had tagged me in a bunch of pictures because I'm just so grateful, guys, for this experience because we all go through good experiences, bad experiences. The reality is they're just experiences that help create our story to inspire people, right? We all have an amazing message to share no matter what that looks like. And our job really is to help you guys get that out into the world because they need to see that. And it was interesting because as I was jumping on the Zoom, my girlfriend that had tagged me in a picture, I was just telling Tony, I'm like, Tony, it was literally just almost 1 year ago that I was invited to the White House. And I almost get choked up talking to you guys about this because, guys, 20 years ago, I was working as a nanny. And I was a 21-year-old kid that had no business being in business, had never been in network marketing, and was kind of a wreck. I mean, I was just kind of like, I didn't really know what I wanted to do or be or whatever. The reality is for me, I just wanted to be somebody. And as silly as that sounds, that's why I signed up in network marketing. I felt like for the first time I could be me and people accepted who I was. I was kind of the girl in school that nobody, like I just related to everybody. I was a girl that like I was in every clique, right? I mean, I didn't really even have a home. Like I just loved people. And so I just loved that this profession, it was so awesome for me. I was like, oh my God, this is where I want to be and I want to do this. And I just look at the 20 years of just how hard I worked on me, just growing. It helped me become who I am. But I also think too, Jim Rohn talks about the harder you work on yourself, it's really about becoming attractive, right? Not physically, but becoming an attractive person. And I think about, a year ago when I got that phone call and I got invited to the White House and it was 30 of quote unquote, what they call the 30 of like the most influential women in like CEOs, CFOs, entrepreneurs, guys, you name it, artists. I mean, it was crazy. And I swear to God, like they were talking to the wrong person. I was like, guys, I'm in network marketing. Like I'm a girl from Minnesota. Like, what are you talking about? But guys, what happened is that everything led me up to that day. Everything over 20 years of my business led me up to that day. And I'll just never forget like going there and being in the White House and sitting next to Ivanka Trump. And this is not a political thing, whether you're Republican or whatever. It doesn't matter. Like the White House is a White House, right? It was just a fact that I was sitting there and I was like, I was so grateful for this profession because I truly don't believe that I would have gotten asked to go there if it wasn't for this 20-year transformation of me, right? Showing up as my best self, and God had big, big plans. I just had no idea, right? And so I want you guys to, be encouraged and understand like this 90-day plan is important, but it is so much bigger than you. Modera is so much bigger than you. It's so much bigger than me. It's so much bigger than Tony and I. It is so much bigger than our teams. But it's really about the impact that all of you are going to have on so many people's lives, like on a very personal level. And so my biggest thing that I would encourage you guys to do is just learn how to focus on growing you. Because for a long time, I focused on so much on the results that it crushed me. And I felt like I was doing all these things I was supposed to be doing, right? All the daily disciplines that we know to do in this business, right? Mm-hmm. Prospecting 2 a day, expanding your network, follow up, closing, getting people started right? I felt like I was focusing on that, but I was still just spinning my wheel. And I went, you know what, Sarah, what if someone sat me down and said, Sarah, what if you focus on growing you? Because when you focus on growing you, the results show up. The results show up versus the other way around, which I had done for so long. So I want to encourage you, if you're on the Zoom and you're like just so focused on just the results, take a grasp of that. You know what I mean? Like if you're like white knuckling that result piece so much, you just got to be like, you got to let it go, right? And you just got to work on you. And what I will tell you is that by you working on you, that's where the days of you not having people to talk to are going to go away, because you're going to be so attractive. You know what I mean? You're going to be so attractive everywhere that you go that you're like irresistible. Like people are going to want to be connected with you because they're like, something's different about her. Something's different about him. Like, I just want to be a part of it. And so, you know, just really working on that piece, you're going to have so many people to talk to, so much follow up, and just so much more business. And look at, we have a guest tonight. Hudson, you want to say hi?
Well, if you're going to come over here, you want to look at everybody and say hello?
Say hi to everybody. Say hi. What? Okay. Can you let us do our training for a little bit? Okay. Yeah, and we'll have a good boy.
Good boy.
Thank you. Okay. Wow, that was a first. Okay. Usually he stays forever. So that was good. But you know, so the 90, he's a total Tony Zalecki, except blonde hair. It's so weird. But yeah, so like the 90-day piece, I think, you know, for all of us is really is that hustle piece that, you know, I think a lot of times people think that, you know, success and really getting those results is so much different from like what Tony and I do, what Dina does, what Lisa does, you know, a lot of other leaders that are on here. They think that we do so many things that are so different. And the reality is, guys, we just hustle just a little bit more, just like this much more. I think people think like what we do is so much bigger, right? But the reality is it's just doing a little bit more than what the average guy is willing to do. Average guy, average girl, right? And so we just everything that Tony and I do, we really focus on doing it just a little bit more than everybody else. Everything in our life, right? Just a little bit more than everybody else. And that really helps us stand out, right? And I think especially in this noisy world of social media, noisy world of network marketing, right? Direct sales, you have to find a way to stand out, right? And so even just the simple aspect of just doing a little bit more, you'll find that you easily stand out, because a lot of people, unfortunately, are just not willing to do that. You know, so a couple of things that I would encourage you guys to do with the 90-day plan. Number one, don't let this just be your just 90-day thing that you do like once. I mean, Tony and I, we definitely try to do this in cycles. We'll try to do this maybe once a year, maybe twice a year. Just seeing kind of like, you'll kind of see, like I tell people, like, especially there's a lot of women on this call, okay? We have to learn how to go better. We need to learn how to follow our intuition better. Like our gut is always right. Okay. So in the seasons, you'll kind of feel like, hey, I need to start hustling it up a little bit. Maybe I need to launch a 90-day plan and kind of go back into kind of what I call recruiting in bunches. And the recruiting in bunches is really important. Eric always taught us, he's like, guys, when you recruit in bunches, you have the frenzy and the excitement and the buzz of building a business. Like building it onesie twosies it's hard to really get some traction in the business. And so we worked really hard on like, you know, kind of what we call filling the funnel and filling the pipeline with people to connect with and what have you. And I think too, it's like, you know, we know that, you know, I'd be, you know, naive to say on the Zoom if we know that there hasn't been a couple of changes inside this organization over the last couple months, right? But what I will tell you is that activity will kill all that. All that noise that's happening, all those distractions, if you are focused, right, and you are really just active, you'll find like you just don't have time for any of that stuff in your head. Like you'll be too busy just doing what you know you need to be doing. And so, Tony and I, whenever things like this maybe happen, or the reality is we're all entrepreneurs. When things come up, Tony and I just, sometimes we look at ourselves and we just say, okay, we got to buckle down. And we know what that means. You know what I mean? And so it's really about, hey, we got to be really active. We need to be proactive in our business and just take charge of it. And so, with your 90-day plan, since it's the last 30 days, I would really encourage you guys, number one, to go back and look at the people that you have prospected that are sitting on the fence, right? And really start engaging them in 3-way chats, 3-way calls, in Social Retail Live, right? There's a lot of great stories that are happening inside of there now. There's a lot of great opportunity Zooms that are I guess there's Zooms inside of Social Retail Live. And so there are a lot of great places where you can tag people for second, third, fourth exposures. I would definitely be focusing in on that. And then also too, just because it's the last 30 days doesn't mean you shouldn't be filling the pipe really hard. Because most of you guys know too, the reality is for the people that you're talking to this month, a lot of them, unless you're focusing on customer acquisition, a lot of those people are not going to join as social marketers until the following month. Because it takes a while, right? It takes 1, 2, 3, 4 exposures. So we have to be realistic and say, hey, listen, I'm probably, if I put, Susie in the pipeline today, she may or may not join this month. It doesn't mean anything's wrong with you or with her. It's just part of what I call the prospecting process, right? So I think it's important for us to realize that it is sometimes going to take a number of exposures, to get people signed up in the business. And so, really be looking back on the people that you have been, prospecting, with, and just making sure you're following up with all those guys. And, really my goal, really, whether it's a 90-day plan or not, is every month I want to get people on or off the fence. I don't know about you guys, but I hate fence sitters. You know what I mean? I hate the maybes. And so I'm just kind of I need to clear my deck. And so, not to say that, obviously I do have a follow-up list too. I don't clear the deck of them. But, if the people are sitting on the fence, I get them to say, hey, no, not now. So I can put them on a drip list that I can stay connected, or get them in as a customer, or get them in as a social marketer. And what I found that just helps me be way more effective. Otherwise, I feel like I'm wasting my time on the fence sitters, right? And so, I think our job is to help them make a decision, right? And just move them along in the process, whatever that looks like, right? And I know a lot of you guys were on the call that I talked about on Monday with the follow-up, but it's just your whole thing is just to guide people through that process as fast as you can, right? What information do you need? If you guys weren't on the call, I talked about, when I follow up with people, I really simply just ask them, hey, on a scale of 1 to 10, Dina, 10 being, hey, I'm ready to go, or 10 meaning I'm ready to sign up, right? 5 maybe meaning I got some questions, where are you? And let them tell you, right? Especially for you guys, if you're like me, I'm not I hear about people closing the sale. That really scares me. I'm not a closer. I could never, I just can't, that's just not me. So for me, this is kind of an easy way for me to find out where the heck they're at on what they want to do. I was how can I make this a really easy transition for me? So I'm not freaked out about asking, and it makes them feel comfortable too. So they'll tell you, right, on a scale of 1 to 10, hey, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. And then you know exactly where you need to guide them, right? If they need more information on a specific product, you can guide them, right? If they need more information on a comp plan, you can tag them in a video. If they want to know more about support, have them listen to the Monday night call, right? Or maybe one of your guys' team Zooms. If they need to know more about the leadership, right, you can add it, you can, talk to them more about that. So I think we have a lot of great tools that you can just kind of help people move along with to help them finally kind of what I call get to the point of they can make a logical decision, right? Whether it's hey, Lisa, I think I just want to be a customer, or hey, Lisa, I think I want to be a social marketer. So for me, that was the easiest way that I found that I can kind of get people off the fence that made me feel comfortable, and I knew exactly where they were at. So I would encourage you guys to do that as soon as possible with the ones that are sitting on the fence. But then also, this month, what's cool about March is that March is a long month too, right? So we actually have almost like an extra week of being able to do business, which is going to be awesome because a lot of you guys are going to hit, you're going to have an extra week to hit another rank or an extra week to hit another seller rank, right? Which is so awesome because, you know, Tony and I, we always talk about, oh my gosh, like 1 week in network marketing is like a year in real business. You know what I mean? It's unbelievable the stuff that can happen in 1 week in our business. And so, so the 90-day plan, I mean, I would encourage you guys, I mean, you guys know, and the last 30 days of the 90-day run, it's really kind of like the last quarter in sports. It's like the last period in sports, right? It's like the last, you know, so it's like, that's a time that this is like where the magic happens. And, you know, I know that even for myself, like with Tony and I, every time we decide to do a 90-day run, and you guys can implement this now, even though we do it at the beginning, you can decide tonight and do this. I know for us, we made a plan of like, hey, we're going to hit this rank or we're going to do this. And the reality is, guys, we really didn't know how we were going to do it, but we knew like made a decision. And that for us, it was like, we look back at it now and we're like, we literally had no idea how some of that stuff happened. But I will tell you, a lot of you guys already know, and some of you guys have heard this verse in the Bible. I'm not here to be a Bible teacher to you, but the reality is they talk about faith of a mustard seed, right? And the faith of a mustard seed, matter of fact, I actually have it on an index card in my office. I'll take a screenshot and send it to you, but I have it on my desk because it always reminds me of how small a mustard seed is. And the faith of a mustard seed is so small. So if you have that small of faith, it's still bigger than a whole room of doubt. And you can't have faith and doubt at the same time, right? You have one or the other. And so when we started our 90-day plan, we were like, this is what we're doing. And so, but here's the thing. We had to have 100% faith that we were doing it. So we couldn't leave any room for doubt. I mean, literally, we did not, as hard as it was, we did not doubt one time through that entire 90-day run. And I think that had a lot to do with it. And guys, we had a lot of crazy days. We had days that were like, wow, we're not really sure how we're doing this, but we're doing it. You know what I mean? Like we said that a lot to each other, a lot. Like we were like, I don't know where that's going to come from, but we're doing it. It was like pulling a rabbit out of a hat. I mean, we said that so many times, but I think that everything showed up because we showed up. Everything showed up because we showed up really at the end of the day. So do you want to say some stuff?
Here's
I don't want to hog it all.
Yeah, no, here's what I will tell you about the 90-day run too is that, you know, sometimes when we're bringing new people to the business and they're signing up as social marketers, a lot of times we bring them in and go to the next one, and we bring them in and try to go to the next one. And the one you just brought in has hundreds and hundreds of contacts offline and online, right, that you now are your prospects too, and you've got to help them run that list and help them with the calls and help them get comfortable and help them with strategy. You know, for so long, I sponsor people, go to the next, sponsor people, go to the next, sponsor people, go to the next. And what I realized after years is those people I were bringing in that I really didn't spend any time with, I just go, oh, they'll go figure it out themselves. It'll be fine. They had hundreds and hundreds of contacts that I wasted because they made one or two calls, did it the wrong way, and they stopped, and they never did the business again. So one thing I'm a big fan of is when you bring someone in, you know, sit down with them, do a little strategy, help them, you know, put a plan together of how you're going to start talking to their warm market, which is your warm market now, and basically help them get a bunch of people started because, again, you can always stay busy. You can always have your funnel full, and you can always have activity going on by that one little tip.
And I think, too, in the 90-day run for us, we were like, we don't care how we talk to people. We just got to talk to people. So I think, too, when we talk about hustling, it's like, we didn't just sit behind our computer. We took the business to the people. So if we had to go to somebody's office, we did that. If we had to meet somebody at a school, we did that. If we had to, you know, someone had to come to our house, we did it. If we had to do a Zoom with someone and talk about the business, we did it. If we had to do whatever, it didn't matter to us. I think sometimes people like kind of just sit back, and I'm like, guys, it's called the 90-day run for a reason. So our whole thing was like, how many bodies can we get in front of every which way? Like it didn't matter. And I think too, also, like when we did sign people up, like we got thick in the trenches with them right away. I mean, the whole getting started, helping, we've got some great getting started stuff, but we just didn't wait for them to kind of go through all that. We were like, hey, who are a couple of people that we could help you talk to? When people get started, I help write people's curiosity posts, guys, in the beginning. I help write it for them because they're probably scared to death. So I'm like, hey, here's a couple of good ideas. This is what you can do. So just, I would encourage you to also just kind of like, don't be afraid to like roll your sleeves up and like just really nurture your people and help guide them, right? Help guide them. I know for a lot of times we think people, we don't want people to think we're bossing them around or whatever it may be because I get in this business because I don't want a boss. But the reality is majority of people, they're used to being told what to do and they want people to tell them what to do. So you got to tell them what to do, right? And what I call kind of treat them with kid gloves and hold their hand along the way. And so, we met with a girl today at Panera. She's like, hey, can you meet? We're like, yep. And so we sat down and we met and she's like, we're having her, we're having her focus on bronze, 5 people. I'm going to help her write a curiosity post, helping her work through her stuff and get it going today. You know what I mean? I'm like, I want to help you get daily pay today. And so I think, just not kind of like sitting back and letting it happen, but it's being super proactive in your business will take you really far. And for her, she's going to create a story right away. And as you guys know, the stories are what get people so excited in this business,
So let's do some recognition.
Yeah.
My favorite part,
yeah.
February recognition.
Yeah, we got some awesome stories in here. I mean, the list is long.
So
awesome.
These are folks that completed the tracker. And let me tell you something, great job, way to make it happen. You completed the tracker, and that is a big deal. So let's give you all a virtual high five.
Yeah.
Woo, woo, woo.
Jazz hands.
Yeah, exactly. So,
wait, no, I'm going to apologize already ahead of time. I love my husband, but I guarantee, I don't even know what grade you got for like reading, but
you say the first name.
Everything he says, it's phonetically, it's so crazy. I'm like, babe, that is not how you say it. So I'm going to apologize, like some of these names, I'm like, he goes, I'm going to read the recognition. I was like, oh God, okay. So I just said, that's the disclaimer. I know you guys love him already, so it's okay. This will probably be even more endearing. You're going to love him even more.
So is it?
I'll let you do it.
Philippa Trammell, Stacy Ward, Amber Brill, Tracy Clawbaugh, Justine Laser, Kara Succi, Betty Buccini, Heidi Chandler, Lori LaFlace, Summer Griffith, Beth Shannon, Anita Frey, Nicole Young, Leanne Edminston, Paige Bingham, Missy Carey, Grace Mangus, Amber Coleman, Holly Purritt, Tina Hux, Lisa Wild, Dina Peacock, I know that one, yeah, baby. Gotti Thompson, Holly Ritchie, Patty Hendricks, Deanna Sandras, Stephanie Haycraft, Shanna Rhodes, Debbie Sherry, Denise McElhaney, Rosa Carter, Benji Foley, Holly.
Ooh, I don't know that one either.
Keneal.
Oh, okay, good. Okay, and so go ahead. These are the ones that actually. So
there's more over here.
The tracker, which is awesome.
Okay, so that
was. So then here is this one.
Okay, so now way to go on the tracker. Rock. Now went live on Facebook. Now let me tell you something. I remember when this is so funny. Sarah and I, we should have been doing lives years and years ago, but we were petrified. We really were. And I'll speak for myself. I was terrified to go live. Like everyone says, oh, Tony, you just press this button and you go live. It's no big deal. No, it's a big deal. It's a really big deal. So you know what? I finally got over that, and it was awesome. But these are the folks that went live on Facebook, and that is awesome. And this is a big deal. Right, Ava? So, again, Philippa Trammell, Stacy Ward, Heidi Chandler, Lori LaFlace, Anita Frey, Amber Brill, Nicole Young, Leanne Edmiston, Paige Bingham, Lori Sharp, Amber Coleman, Tina Hux, Dina Peacock, Denise McElhaney, Shannon Rhodes, Benji Foley, Ashley Cole, Rosa Carter, Deanna Sanders, Sharon Watson, Brenda Dillard, Holly Ritchie. Way to go.
Yeah. Ava,
live on
give us
Facebook. Come on, high five, Ava. Okay, now promoted rank. So team leader, Nicole Young. Bronze, Leon Edmonston. Team leader, Grace Mangus. Silver and team leader, Kirsty Miles. Gold and senior team leader, Amber Coleman. Senior consultant and then team leader, Connie Thompson. Gold, Patty Hendricks. Senior consultant, Denise McElhaney. Senior team leader, it's Benji Foley. Silver team leader, Rosa Carter. And then senior consultant, Debbie Cherry. So way to go, crushing the promoter side and the builder side. Now, recruited new social marketers. You know, Paige Bingham 2, Missy Carey 1, Grace Mangus 2, Christy Miles 1, Amber Coleman 1, Holly Parrott 1.
Yeah, wow,
awesome.
This is so awesome.
Tina Hux 1, Dina Peacock 3, Connie Thompson 3, Denise McElhaney 2, Ashley Cole 1, Debbie Sherry 1, Philippia Trammell 5, Justine Laser 2, Heidi Chandler 2, Lori LaFlace 1, Anita Frey 1, Amber Brill 1. Way to go. New social marketers. Absolutely amazing.
Yay!
That is the real deal. And now for the grand finale. These are the Hall of Famers. And I mean, they've gone above and beyond.
Stood out above everything.
Stood out.
Lives, tracker, recruiting, customer acquisition, like
rank advancing,
the whole deal.
You know, inspiring teaching, moving people. So for the Philly mob, give it up for Amber Brill. For the Memphis Mafia, Connie Thompson.
Yay!
That's awesome. I'm just looking at this, making sure I didn't forget anybody. Well, hey, congratulations. Absolutely incredible. I mean, so excited for you guys. And again, like, this is so exciting because you're going into the last month, and the momentum, the excitement, just the rhythm, and some of the things that now are, you know, easy for you to do today that weren't easy for you to do yesterday or last week or last month. You're growing, and it's becoming a part of who you are, and how you run your business, and how you teach your business, and how you grow your business. And I'm telling you what, this is going to be the most phenomenal thing, because it's going to lay a foundation down for you that really you're going to be able to build on for a long time here at Modere. And you'll see the growth, and you'll see the wins, and you'll see the progress, and you'll see the activity, and you'll see all the great things that comes from this. So we're so proud of you, and just way to go. And we can't wait to see you. I know we're working on dates to get out there in July sometime, and it is going to be absolutely amazing. And we got a lot to do. I mean, oh gosh, we're just starting March, right? And I'm telling you, by July, you know, there's going to be new elites, you know, that are looking at us right now, and, you know, growth that's just happened all over the world. And I'm just excited. This is just such a great plan that we've got in place here. And I'm telling you what, it's a plan that works, and it's going to be big and strong. So we love you, ladies, and we love you, everybody.
So, hey, before we go, could we get Amber and Connie just to say a little, kind of take a big
Yeah, we would love that.
And just say, 30 seconds of what you did and how you did it and what you're going to do this month.
So do you need to talk, you need to take them off mute, right?
Amber Brill, you want to go first? Yeah, she will. Can you unmute yourself, Amber? I think she's trying to.
Okay.
I'm looking for Connie on here. Or Connie, can you unmute yourself? Can you go ahead and go? Where are you? And yes, you're mad at me, I know, because I told her she was just going to have to answer a couple questions. I didn't tell her why she was really.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Okay, sorry. I am out of town at my mom's, and I have to be quiet because they're downstairs. So I just had to run upstairs and hide in my old bedroom. So hey, hi guys. I will say honestly, the biggest thing, I I needed this 90-day run more than I think I knew. Truth be told, I thought I was consistent, and I wasn't until we started this. And truthfully, really, it's just about staying consistent and doing the same thing every day. And it's all falling through, you know, being yourself, making yourself go live. I know my team, I stay in contact with them like every day, and they're always like, oh, I get so nervous to go live. Like, my armpits get super sweaty. I tell everybody this all the time. Like, I'm a nervous wreck when I go live, but I don't care. I just do it.
Yeah.
And even though some of my lives are like goofy and silly, I've consistently got at least 1 to 2 people that are interested in product or business every time. And I don't usually even talk about the product or business. You know, they're like, what do you do that you're able to, you know, be here or be there, or, you know, because I'm going live at, you know, odd times when most people are at work. So that's really what I would say. You know, next month, my goal is definitely elite. So I'm busting my freaking butt, not next month, but this year, very soon, the next few months. But I'm busting butt, and I'm not giving up. And that's it. I'll be sticking to it and doing the same gosh darn thing day in and day out, and tag message. I really, truly feel that's the key to it. So
yeah,
awesome.
I love that. I love that. Congratulations.
Way to go.
Way to go.
She's got me wiping tears out of my eyes. Like, she knows I'm out of town, and I'm like, oh, geez. But thank you guys so much. And for all, I love it. Like, it means a whole lot to me.
Okay. Thank you,
so
Amber.
awesome.
And so now we're going to go out to Trenton, Tennessee, to Connie Thompson, who is the Hall of Famer for February. And she wanted to grow a team, and by goodness, she got out there and did it. So, Connie, congratulations. You want to tell these people a few words about how you got 3 social marketers in February? Unmute yourself. There you go.
Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? Are you kidding? My phone died. I'm in the bedroom. My room's a mess. You can't see it, can you?
No.
Okay. Are you kidding me?
No, girl, you're the Hall of Famer.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Dina, can you hear me?
Yes. Yes.
Yes? Okay.
Yeah.
What? I got Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Because I grew a team. Because I never thought I could. Because that's amazing.
So how did you tell these
Are you
people
serious?
Give these people a tip. How
did I
team?
Just have patience. They're watching you. They're watching you. They're watching you. They kept telling me that, and I didn't believe them because I thought I'm just nobody's seeing me. I mean, I could sell, but I could not recruit. And I talk too much, especially when I'm nervous. But they're watching. They're watching. They are. Nobody told me I had to talk tonight.
I did. I told you were going to answer a couple of questions, remember?
No, you just said you had a question for me. And I said, what is it?
That was meant tonight.
You never said.
That meant tonight, honey. Okay, Tony, thank you so much. You and Sarah absolutely killed that. Thank you. We can't wait to have you here in Memphis. And oh my goodness, I have a whole page of notes. That was perfect for the 90-day run closing.
Awesome. Thank you so much for inviting us on. It was our pleasure. You guys rock. We'll see you soon.
Thank you. Good night.
Okay, see ya.
Bye.